It's the postseason. Campbell here at Athens tonight to take on the McMinn County Cherokees. Jim Freeman with head coach Justin Price. And coach, well, it's gotten here fast, hasn't it? The postseason already.
Yeah, it has. You feel like you can say it every year. It goes by fast, but it's been a fun season, a regular season, some very entertaining games, some close wins, some close losses, and some nights we were at our best, some nights we weren't. But also when you get in the playoffs, that you kind of put all that stuff behind you, and hopefully you're playing at your best right now.
How's the team focused, readjusted this week mentally and emotionally preparing for this game? The second season, it's basically a clean slate for you.
Yeah, obviously last Friday night against Oak Ridge wasn't our best performance. Even from the start, we just down 14-0 before we ever took a snap on offense. But I think the thing about playing like that week 11, there is no other option than just to move on. If you play like that early in the season or midway through the season, it may stick with you a little bit longer. But this, in this situation where you're already in the playoffs, you feel like you have to put all that behind you because, like you're saying, it's a clean slate for everybody. And so, we've had a great week of practice. And I feel like the key for us, and I told our players after the game last Friday, was don't let one game take away the confidence that we've built up to that point. I felt like we had a great week of practice heading into Oak Ridge. Mm-hmm. We were playing with a lot of confidence. So we can't let that one game take that away from us. We just need to carry on to this week.
It is the postseason, game one against McMinn County. This is the fifth time these two teams have played, dating way back into the 70s. Each has won on each other's home field. That doesn't matter now. This is the first postseason game for you two, and being on the road, how different is that? It's a pretty good haul from here to Athens.
Yeah, it is. I think anytime you go on the road, you got to kind of have that business approach, and at the same time you want to enjoy it. We'll get a couple of charter buses and eat at Cracker Barrel on the way down, and so I think that you want this experience to be something our players enjoy. I mean, to make the playoffs is a big deal. It's something that you have to earn that, and our players have we've put ourselves in a position. Our players have to be in this spot, and so let's make the most of it. Let's enjoy it, but at the same time, let's stay focused to control what we can control, to lock in whatever our responsibilities are, and play our best football game.
With regard to the postseason and the business-like approach, your team is fairly healthy, would you say?
Yeah, I think obviously football's, injuries are part of the game. I think the key thing is every week is, whoever's on the field, make sure that you're prepared and that you've prepared all week to play with confidence, to play fast, whatever that's, that doesn't mean you have to run a 4.5 40 or 4.2 40, but play up to your potential on every snap. And, so I feel confident that we'll be able to do that.
What can you tell us about McMinn County? You've obviously seen film. This is a team that's 8-2, finished 4-0, top of the Region 4 standings. What do you know about them so far?
Well, I think when you watch them on film, they're a very disciplined football team. That means it speaks to their coaches. They're disciplined. You can tell, especially defensively. Mm-hmm. They're very simple on defense. They kind of give you one look, and basically they play that very well. And, so I think that's going to be that's one thing that stands out. Then offensively, they got a quarterback and a running back that are both of them are seniors, and, they have the ability to make some big plays. And up front, they're physical offensive line. So I think that's the number one thing is they're just a physical program. I think when you watch them on film and well coached, and so I think they're 8-2 for a reason. They got good players, good coaches, and so it'll be a challenge.
Your team, the Campbell County Cougars, offensively, you'll take what they'll give you tonight. What do you think they may give you?
Well, I think the matchup's going to be our receivers against their secondary. When you look at our team, that's kind of been our strength offensively, and that's what we're going to go into this game and try to do, play our best in the passing game. And if they give us a box where we need to run it, let's be able to do that. But I think us is how do they match up with Devin and Shanks and Miller and Ferguson, because each one of them have a different skill set. And so we'll try to find matchups that are favorable to us, and hopefully, we'll be able to take advantage of those matchups. And then, one thing that I've seen with them is we're going to take our shots in the field, which we've done more this year than probably in the past, I feel like, but also take the underneath throws. And that's one thing I think that watching them on film, I thought they're kind of that defense that they want to try to keep some things in front of them. And if they do that, especially at linebacker, if we can hit some drags or get some things underneath and turn those into big plays will be key for us.
Defensively, how do the matchups come out there for you?
Well, again, I think they're a physical. They like to run the football. They run their quarterback some. So we just got to make sure that we're where we need to be, and play with technique. And I think with our defense, and we kind of talked a little bit about it last week, is try to create negative plays, force them in some third and longs, maybe force them into doing some things they do not want to do, and then try to find a way to create negative plays and get some turnovers. I think that's in a game like this, playoffs. Each possession is going to be big. So if you can find a way to create a turnover, it's going to be huge.
Coach, we wish you well tonight. Hope you'll have fun, and we'll see you after the game.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Head Coach Dustin Price and his Cougars taking on the Cherokees here in Athens, McMinn County, and Campbell coming up in just a little bit on the WLAF Dulles Tire Shop Sports Network.